Just getting set exactly the way I want here. It's a little bit challenging for reasons. I've got kind of a poor rig set up now. So for reasons, it's I'm basically playing without a mouse, which is fine for most purposes. I'll have to figure something else out if I one day decide to play real games. But I don't play real games. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, I had no idea I already left Crescent Lake. Goodness. See, this is what happens when you don't play often enough. You forget your progress, but this is me with all of my Crescent Lake gear, including silver swords, which is nice, by the way. I've got my level 5 magic, which is pretty swell. My cat is jingling. Alright. Alright. I thought I was going to have to start with leaving Crescent Lake, so this is a bonus. I guess I took care of that. Makes sense. Cool. That is cool. That means our agenda for today, and it's actually what I expected. I just thought I was going to have to dilly-dally about first with leaving Crescent Lake and appreciating trees. Is going to be the ice cave. I'm not looking forward to this. Today we can expect pretty much to be doing somewhere between 1 and 20 runs at the ice cave. And I'll probably play for 2 hours or less. My damage is nice and high. The boss of the ice cave won't be the problem. The problem will be living, especially with 3 party members. Thankfully, my magic defense, given I'm slightly over-leveled, my magic defense may help repel some of those nasty status effects, like repeated stuns and such. The stuns and the death touch are really the ones I'm worried about big time. The stone is also pretty sucky. Well, basically everything about the ice cave sucks. Except, as one recent topic on the Final Fantasy board pointed out, R-bones. I've already fought a few R-bones. R-bones are really not that bad. They're kind of an anomaly in the ice cave. A happy anomaly. This is going to be a frustrating day, but you know, maybe it'll happen, and that'll be super cool. And if it doesn't, I don't really have a fantastic idea as to how to improve. I could grind. I'm not sure whether that's really going to make a difference or not. I think the first thing to do is get to the ice cave in near perfect shape. I think that would be a big benefit. Use a house right in front of the place. Tick just gained a level, so that's a plus. I'm gonna go to this little ship nook here. There's no forests, so that's also nice. And I think I remember the way. This shouldn't be too bad. That was not too bad. That was my first Hydra, wasn't it? I think. Okay, I forget. Okay, I remember, evidently. I think I talked about it earlier, but an interesting thing that happens is I've learned a bit about the turn order algorithm for this game, and basically in order, kind of the first enemy goes first, the second order goes second, the third enemy goes third, and so on, until eventually all the enemies have had a chance to go. And then it starts with your first party member, second party member, third party member, and so on. And the way the random turn order algorithm works is it then randomly shuffles each of them something like 17 times. I believe it's exactly 17. And I don't think anyone knows where that number comes from. People have done hacks that improve the randomness of the turn order or make it less random and make it based on a statistic. Right now it's fully random. It was pretty good getting to the ice cave. I don't know why I was expecting a problem. Anyway, the 17 shuffles, whatever the heck it is, I don't know what it shuffles with what, but because of the default order being enemies first and 17 not being a gigantic number of shuffles, it in fact tends to favor the enemies slightly. So I have heard. I'm just going to use a tent. No reason to use a house here. That's a very good save outside the ice cave. Let the mayhem begin. This is different mayhem than you would see if you were streaming Call of Duty or something. For some reason I always do this. I always walk along the bottom of the first hallway in the ice cave. Hey, R-Bones. A freebie. I just did a fast forward there. I don't really mind using the fast forwards. No one's going to call the fast forward police on me, are they? Alright. First floor went great. I feel like I often run into wizards on the first floor. Wizards are kind of annoying. Compared to sorcerers, they're not really very annoying at all. Okay. Thank you. That went the way it was supposed to go. Could have been worse. Yeah, so far this is great. Let's just... Oh. Oh. Okay. Great. That's super. And I can't run because of Hierophant 2. So... And I can't revive people even if I could because of action. Should be noted that Petrify is the same as dead for me because of action. May as well see if Lukey can do this by himself, right? I do call him Lukey, as if he had an extra letter at the end of his name. For those of you who are new. Then again, I'm probably talking to no one, but... This is ridiculous. This already went so far south. How am I going to do the spiked undead square with one black belt? Oh. Little DD. Okay, that was quick. Great. Number 2. Actually, number 2 is what just happened, isn't it? Yeah, remember? I said I often feel like I run into wizards in that first hallway? With all my deaths, we're gonna see different encounter orders pretty much every time, so that's fun. Wizards used to be a big problem, you might remember from some of my early broadcasts. It's funny, they're called wizards. It's one of those odd localization choices. In Japan, they were Pisco demons or something like that, which, for the linguists out there, means fish demon. They are not wizards at all in Japan. It's unknown why they chose wizard. I guess they just needed a name for it. They're called wizards. They have no magical abilities whatsoever. They're annoying-ish, if that's magical. I even had full heal potions. I was ready for this. See, I don't even remember getting ready for this session when I played last time. Okay, is this worth a fire spell? Let's try. I actually don't remember which of these ghost guys is stronger. Yeah, see, that's why I thought I'd try, as I thought there was a reasonable chance that Mars wasn't going to get it to move anyway. I also don't remember if wraiths are stun capable. I think they are. It wouldn't be the worst thing that could happen to me, but I would prefer that Mars didn't die here. It seems that my preference has not been noted by the enemies. I love those silver swords. That has made a difference. Well, it is apparent that a difference was made. It's questionable whether that difference itself has any effect on anything, I guess. I mean, really the question is, can we walk through this damn cave? I'm also thinking about whether I should even try to pick up any treasure. There's a nice flame sword and a few very nice pieces of armor in this cave, but really they're not the scariest things at all. Some people worry about the frost dragon. I don't think the frost dragon is really going to bother me compared to everything else here. That was a good fight, gents. Let's have more like that. Less of those mages. Mages are nasty. In this version, they always open up with rub. Well, or a regular attack. Rub is... This guy's not going to be that bad. He hits hard, he has a ton of HP, but he doesn't have any other tricks. Oh, and you can't run from him, but that doesn't matter for my purposes. 35 damage though? That's no big deal. That's actually pretty good. Of course, like I don't say this just to be pessimistic, but the worst is yet to come. There will be worse than a single frost giant. It's not like I've actually got very far yet. So one of these is the flame sword. I think I'm gonna head for it. Hopefully I don't head to the wrong chest. They really troll you with the chest in this particular room. Where you get a cloth, which is literally worst armor in the game. I don't know why they do that. Maybe they rolled treasure on a table, you know? Flame sword. See? That's nice. We got 41 and 73. 44 and 78. So that's pretty substantial. Nice boost. Didn't even have to fight mages. Okay. Right here is a famous spiked square that you often hit twice depending on what you're doing in the ice cave. So I might be screwed here. The spiked square is always a random swarm of undead that are largely stun capable. Going first was a bonus. So you depending on your team, and here I've got 2 party members alive, you get stun locked, so to speak. The Tick and Lukey are actually doing kind of amazing at not getting clobbered here. I don't know how this is possible, frankly. Although the flame sword is a flame sword, it has no actual special properties. It was supposed to, and I've talked about this before, but there's a programming error that causes that kind of special effect to not work in this game. And I've also mentioned that the same type of special effect is supposed to exist in Secret of Mana, and programmed by the same guy, it doesn't work in that game either. So the type-based bonuses, like super effective against slimes or whatever, that existed in Secret of Mana, and super effective. It didn't use that terminology. Look at that, the spike square went well. Oh man, I'm getting confident, or at least hopeful. I probably shouldn't do that. Should I go for the ice armor? It would be so nice. Ice. Ice armor. Sweet. So, Tick's absorb is 54, up from 44, 10 extra points of defense. And it actually is better for his evade, this magical ice armor. And, as you might expect, protects from some forms of ice damage. Pretty dang good. And it wasn't even hard to get. I'm not going to get that other chest. It would force me into another Frost Dragon battle. Okay. In fact, I'm not going to go for anything else. Things are going well enough that I'm going straight for the floater. Okay, here's where things are going to go downhill. They didn't go that downhill. They went a little downhill. Now, Tick is still very much in a position that the majority of Ice Cave battles can end him easily. Sorcerers have Death Touch, mages surprise you with the rub attacks. There are a lot of things that can go wrong here. Tick is powerful, but he's completely on his own. Like even this could be bad. The sorcerer has the ability to, with a random attack, kill Tick instantly. That's not what happened, instead the opposite happened. But this is stressful. And sometimes in the Ice Cave, the way it goes is you get the Ice Cave MacGuffin. Oh, goody. I wasn't sure if that was the Ice Shield, which is right here. You go for the Ice Cave MacGuffin. I was going to say. I went, oh, I thought that was the Ice Shield. I'm being a nincompoop here, really. I'm not going to go for those next run. If there is a next run. Let's be a little bit confident now, right? No, I should not have been a little bit confident. In fact, I'm learning now that being confident was foolish. This is me fast forwarding. I won. I was totally expecting a full stun lock death. Still very realistic, I promise. The Ice Cave isn't supposed to be a place for fighters to go when they like life. And I'm assuming Tick likes life. The Silver Shield to the Ice Shield is a minor upgrade. It doesn't actually do anything in terms of... yeah, I guess it gives him 4 extra points of absorb, I think. It's pretty good. Oh, Tick. I would really like you to make it out of here, but I have some doubts. Here's why. One of the reasons why. Oh, jeez Louise. Huh. That was positive. It sure would be nice if Tick didn't die. He got the floater. It's going to be much more sad when he has a pitiful death. okay, we have to do the undead spiked square again. Then we're going to walk on out of here. Chance to strike first. We're going to take out one of these wraiths. Wow, he's living. This is the best ice cave run I've ever had. It's gonna go wrong, you need to know. It will go wrong. And I won't feel like poetry as how the hell did that happen? That was me fast forwarding into being instant killed. That was a damn good run. And then we died. Huh. Too bad, that was going really well. That goes to show there is hope. Oops, oh well. This one's nasty. Again, there's enough stuff that can go wrong here that I'm going to use a fire spell. I said between 1 and 20 attempts. We're on attempt 3. The last one was going really well. Imagine if more than one person lived, you know? After I got the floater, that'd be pretty sweet. We'd be in good shape. If it weren't clear, the ice armor and ice shield can only be used by Tick and his dead friend Wood. So, not gonna make a giant difference for Mars. Let's see what we can do to make this easier. I do believe the wraiths are the slightly darker toned ones, and they're a bit more dangerous, if I recall correctly. It seems like they've got much higher defenses anyway. Mars isn't going to make it out of this one, I don't think. Having Mars in the first position, that's the one thing that's wrong with that save directly outside. Then again, you know, my team anchor, of course, is going to be Tick. If someone had to die, I'm kind of glad it's Mars. Which is a funny thing to say, considering he's the spellcaster. Our hit point's pretty low there. The spellcaster, you know, he can get us out of a lot of situations. If Mars ever lives to the spiked undead tile, he can wipe it in one action. And by that I mean 1 fire 2 spell usually takes it out, or at least a large portion of it. A fire 3 almost certainly does. And he's got 2 uses of fire 3. I'm gonna go for the flame sword again. No regrets. Regrets. Take a moment to equip that. Dive in a hole. Spiked square. Whoa. Okay, we're both going to go for the right, because that's what's most important here. That was a funny turn. That was the wimpiest spiked square I've ever seen. You don't run into any encounters when you walk on the painful ice squares. They do drop your HP by 1 point per tile, but usually that's not actually as bad as, say, you know, running into a horde of undead or anything like that. I think getting the ice armor is always going to be worthwhile. Oops, accident. It's not like I'm going to live long enough to use all those heal potions anyway, though. Yeah, way better to walk in the ice stuff, whatever this is. Harmful squares. Uh-oh. Crap. Oh, well. Problem solved. On to attempt number 4. That was going well. That's a shame. Well, I guess that's how this is just going to work. Seeing Mars keeps dying, I'm going to whip out the Fire 3. In case it goes off, it will make our lives easier. And marginally longer. Hey, we even get to see it. As you can see, Fire 3 has a pretty much pink flame. I guess someone thought pink fire was more intense than red fire. And in terms of the physics, actually, I think that might be true, but who wants something real when they could have something cool looking? You know, like dinosaurs with feathers. No one wants dinosaurs with feathers. Oh, goodness. I'm glad I got to use a Fire 3. I wish I had another. That was probably slightly inefficient. I don't particularly care at the moment. This floor is always funny to me. Who thought this was necessary? I guess it's about the tile sets they use on these different ice cave floors or something. They probably pay someone a pretty good salary to be a dungeon designer at Square Enix nowadays. I don't think they did in the 80s. That wasn't really necessary, but well, Lukey's a little more vulnerable than Tick anyway. Especially once we get that tasty ice armor. First we have to live through this again, though. Ooh, it's a bad one. This is a bad one. More wraiths. Oh my goodness, look at Tick's HP. Oh, this is awful. Don't die. I mean, I know that you die in like half of the battles, but this is still a bad place to die. Okay, just gonna drink 9 gallons of heal potion. I can't imagine that being easy on your digestive system. Have some heal potion followed by some Pepto-Bismol and get on the road. You can see I've gotten into a bit of a rhythm with regards to using my heal potions. Does everyone do this? Time to fight that nice ice dragon again. Friendly guy who gives me ice armor. Oh, there's 2 of them. Darn. Still worth it. I was fast forwarding because I'm getting impatient, I guess, with all my deaths. So you probably didn't notice, but what happened there was both of the frost dragons used their blizzard attack. And given that I don't have any form of ice resistance yet, it hurts a lot. So Tick and Luki got smacked right on down. Oops, didn't pick it up yet. It would be terrible if I walked away. It would remind me of something else from earlier in this run. Okay. I didn't really want them to have a sneak attack. These guys are nasty. They hit hard. Later on we'll meet a different palette swap of these guys named Ghost. Ghosts are even worse. Oh, well, that's unfortunate. Ghosts are... I remember them in my first few attempts at this game back when I was a child. Biologically. Yeah, ghosts would wreck my team. And you actually encounter them underwater, so if I recall correctly, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they're not weak against fire, which is one of the things you can kind of count on with undead enemies, so it's hard to figure out a good way to take out large groups of ghosts. Well, one comes to mind, the harm spell. Not everyone's packing that. Oh. Well. Tick's on his own again. Not unfamiliar territory. We were doing pretty well like this before, Tick. Let's just do our best. That very first run really didn't last long, did it? Ooh, that was nasty. The first run, though... Yeah, I'm actually noticing what's happening during the fast forwards. I know that's kind of crazy, but I guess I've developed an eye for it. May as well go for that one heal potion. It's one step out of the way. What could one step possibly do? But yeah, that initial encounter I had on the very first run where two party members died, it wasn't exactly nuts that, you know, I kept on walking. For one thing, I don't have a lot of choice, given that I can't run from battles. But it's not unheard of for a character to have to make it through the ice cave. People do solo challenges on this game reasonably often. It's not easy, but they do it. It's a challenge. Hey! This guy guards the important thing from this stupid frozen hole. See? Outside of this game, the only time I really remember that word even existing was from Austin Powers 3. No, 2. Austin Powers 2. Where the line is, "Fat bastard left a floater." I wouldn't be thrilled about finding that in a treasure chest. I don't know if Tick can survive this even without the stun lock, because those wraiths hit so hard. But let's do our best. I'm going to fast forward because all Tick can do is hit with weapon. Do your best, Tick. Hey, he did perfect. You can see my standard for perfect is different than probably most people's. I think if I can even get outside, it's going to be worth a save. Getting back to the ship shouldn't be too bad. Ooh. I think I've got about a 1/3% chance. Yeah, 1/3%. No, 1/3 chance of getting out of this battle. Because the mage on his first turn is going to cast Rub. And it's very likely to succeed. And I don't think I can kill him in one turn on average, but... Oh, he chose his attack action. Okay, my calculation was bad. Oh, well, there we go. This is gonna happen eventually. None of these runs are going that badly except the first one. What do we have in store this time? If you like this music that you're hearing tiny bits of when I'm not fast forwarding, there's a vocal version of it that a lot of people like on the Final Fantasy album, Final Fantasy Prey. It's a thing they used to do a lot in the 16-bit days, probably because they had soundtrack limitations, honestly. They would release these albums of things like vocal performances of Final Fantasy music, or orchestral performances of Final Fantasy music in a time when that wasn't commonplace. And so Final Fantasy Prey is an all-vocal album. Mostly seems, I guess, based around the whole series to that point, so up to, I think, Final Fantasy V. It was neat. Anyway, the one track on that one that I'm talking about, I guess, is called Au Palais du Verre, which translates as At the Palace of Glass, and it's the Ice Cave music. And they use some neat instrumentation to make it sound really chilly. I haven't heard it for a long time. I don't even listen to music I like recreationally very often. I have about a half hour a week of that. Oh, look at that. The sorcerers haven't been an issue for me, I gotta say. That is abnormal, and they probably still will be. This is the longest I've had a party of 3 survive so far. Which is great, because I get to use a fire spell here. And now I have a wimpy encounter. Yeah, Au Palais du Verre from the album Final Fantasy Prey, if you're into video game music. Well, not even video game music, because it's not the battle music I'm talking about, it's the music that plays while you're walking around the ice cave and a couple of other places in the game. Yeah, they really put a lot of, for the time, production into those albums, and as I said, I think it's because there were limitations with the soundtracks themselves. So what better way to overcome the limitations than to release your perfect copy of the music you want in some other format, and then charge people for them again. Double dipping. Early Square was not immune. It's kind of funny. With 3 party members alive, that blizzard attack means I'm using more potions. And yet, I've used a lot fewer potions on this run than some of the other ones. Which does not mean this is really going any better than any other runs. Really. Because really, all of these runs have basically been coming down to one thing that goes terribly wrong. We're not going to see it in this fight. So, Mars has used both of his charges of Fire 3. The thinking being he's going to die. He's still got Fire 2, which is still useful, but I wanted to take out those Wraith groups because they hit so hard. This would be a reasonable time for Fire 3, but the Frost Wolves they have a powerful Ice Breath type move. They don't always use it, and they're really easy to kill. So I'd actually prefer not to, and you can see I've gotten away with it. Yeah, the worst thing about the frost giants, arguably, is the inability to run, which doesn't affect me at all. So I said last run, when is one step ever going to matter, or something like that. The answer to that you would only really find... Oh, I don't want stone. If I got in a fight, a terrible fight, like within one step of a staircase or something. Because the number of steps to the next battle is actually more or less a static number at any given time. But what area you're in affects what fight you get into. So even if I got into a fight saying when does one step possibly matter, it wouldn't be because of that extra step. It would be more like if I got into a fight here as opposed to on the other side of that hole. That could make a difference. This is going well. This is probably my best so far. But let's not get cocky. What's his first magic move? Oh, it's not going to matter. Cool. Get that bastard's floater. And on the horde. Do I need any heal potions? Nope. Ooh. That was the enemies getting the first strike, so this is going to do bad things for our complexion. Can't do much to keep Mars alive. But our core 2 here are still going strong. We might get out of this. It'll depend on things like running into mages. But... and by that I mean not running into mages. The nature of our encounter... our encounter with sorcerers could come down to cockatrices. The undeads. Basically anything can wipe the heart like that. Oh, dang it. That was super quick. I didn't even mean to be fast forwarding. It's just mapped to a certain key here. And that was a super good run. I keep saying that. I keep dying and then saying that was a good run. Again, it all comes down to single moments here, so. Gonna fire through some wraiths. Gonna fire through some wraiths again. The stupid dungeon. Oh, I'm not gonna fire through some wraiths evidently. Why is this being like this? I don't like fighting ghosts. This game seems to think I like fighting ghosts. No one likes fighting ghosts. Fighting ghosts is lame. I know I'm using my potions quickly. This is not a tool-assisted run. You could argue it is because of the fast forward. But if you're arguing that, by the way, you're a bit of a knob. This is not a tool-assisted run. I've just algorithmically become very good at using heal potions because the ice cave sucks. I'm risking not going into the menu though. What the crap? Forgive me for not always having wicked banter. Well, you know, my little avatars are being pummeled because of your stupid rules. For those of you just joining us, the community has provided rules for this play. It's kind of a challenge play, but it was more like, let's find a different way to play the game. I didn't call it a challenge, but now there's rules, which sort of makes it a challenge. And you can see some of them are kind of nuts. The only one really affecting me here is the fact that I have one dead party member at all times. Is there anything else affecting me? Oh, well, it affects me that I'm in the ice cave before going to the volcano or the Castle of Ordeals, I suppose. Anything else? Oh, the not running. Yeah, okay, basically there are a lot of things working against me here. Plus the random number generator. Although this time it relaxed a little. Pseudo-random number generator. This one's not even close to a random number generator. I have used a lot of heal potions in this relative to other runs. It was interesting. Final Fantasy IV. You can carry a ridiculous quantity of healing consumables in that game because it let you have the same item in different item slots. You could technically carry around like 600 cure potions. I have used the majority of my heal potions. In some of my runs, I've had like 80 left to this point. One time I even had 3 party members alive. That was very exciting. Hey, Arbones! First thing I ran into in the whole cave, and not once since. I wonder which one's going to be the run where I finally win. I wonder if, you know, I'm going to have like both party or 2 party members dead from the first hallway, and then that'll be the one where it happens. It's got to be something kind of ironic, right? Alanis Morissette ironic, not actual ironic. Alanis Morissette ironic meaning shitty. I wasn't positive I actually equipped my ice armor, but it turns out I did, so that's nice. I haven't made any critical errors really in this run, right? This session, this set of runs. I'd really like to do this before I go to bed tonight. I didn't intend to play for too long. Hey, level. Oh, you know what I have to do is visit the armor screen because of that bug. So, oh no I don't, because Luki's not wearing any armor. So his absorb is actually correct. Got the fat bastard floater. This monstrosity happens again. See if we can manage. It's going well. Okay, so at this point I have the floater. My heal potion stock is getting a little low. It'll be okay. All I need to do is exit successfully. This is the second lamest enemy here, I think we've decided. And by I think we've decided, I mean referring to a recent thread on the board where this challenge emerged. You know, that thing hit freaking hard. We called it the second lamest encounter, but it still kind of sucks. It only landed one hit, and I'm using up 4 heal potions. One of my cats has issue with what I just said. Okay, chance to strike first, that's a bonus. Those guys hit hard too. It is kind of nuts how many heal potions I've used. And yet not. I'm pretty close to getting out of here alive, by the way. I mean, I think I've been about this close before, but I'm really quite close. So the difference is, instead of going down holes, I just walk out. I'm really close. It would be really annoying to lose right now. It would be so annoying to lose right now. Don't make it happen, you game. These are the stairs that I exit at. I'm gonna walk toward them in a line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey! That wasn't bad. That wasn't nearly as punishing as I thought, which is kind of a sad, sad statement, but we got it. So, Des223's rule was, you must get the airship before going to Castle of Ordeals or Cave and Volcano. We can check that off. Well, we can't, because we haven't got the airship yet. That will be the next thing. I did just save outside with a tent, so I no longer need to enter the ice cave. There's not really any treasure worth going back for, unless I find I'm very, very short on money. In which case, the ice cave does have a lot of money I didn't pick up, but I don't think that's going to happen. Not with the amount of forests I have to trudge through. Speaking of which, remind me not to enter any forests on the way to the ship. Or airship. With the airship, I should be able to avoid a lot of forests for the rest of the game. Not all. Definitely not all. I've got this ridiculous path to Lefen thing to worry about in the future. Who was dead against Lich? Wood. So someone different has to be dead against the next fiend. Who should I pick? Not Lukey. I think I might need to kill off Tick. But now would not be the time for that. Now I want to get to the airship. Don't go in a forest, don't go in a forest, don't go in a forest. Well, that's convenient. Tick's poisoned. Okay, now I use the floater. And this is how it works in this game. Now I have an airship. That's fun. I did one of the worst parts of the game, and it wasn't that bad. Go team. I am at least briefly going to revive Wood. And then I'm going to unequip Tick, swap Tick's gear over to Wood, good stuff anyway. I'm going to heal wood. And then I'm going to do a weird thing. I'm going to fast forward and walk back and forth. Literally like this. Because with every step, Tick's HP is draining. Because Tick is going to die, I've decided. So we're just killing Tick because he's poisoned. Well, not because he's poisoned, but he's dying because he's poisoned. And as far as our challenge rules are concerned, this is going to work out swimmingly. Kind of weird, right? Yes, kind of weird. Where does that mapping end, where there's no encounters around Kamiria, somewhere in the grass or something? Seems like I should have hit some goblins by now. Imps, goblins. What am I? Some kind of Japanese guy or Origins player? I am not a Japanese guy, I'm a very white person. But I did have an Asian friend during my undergrad, and we would often have Asianist competitions. I would eat Chinese food with chopsticks to prove to him that I was more Asian than he. It helps that I have somewhat narrow eyes. Okay, Tick died, is what happened there. So, Tick was alive against Lich. So he's going to be dead against the next fiend, which I'm going to very intentionally do before class change in order to make Luki stronger later. I still don't fully understand my strategy here. Just go with me. I'm having a good time now, if it's not clear. Okay, that's good gear. There is some stuff I can sell, but no oh, I have an airship. I can go to stores. I can get pro rings. I don't remember how much the things I want cost. But they're really good. I think I might want to... Oh, I need to go to an inn. I'm glad I spotted that. Mars is in terrible shape, so rest up a little bit. You know, the next area I'm going to do is the volcano. It's not actually as dangerous as you would expect from a volcano, especially not compared to what I just did. So I'm not going to worry about the shopping right now. May as well put the silver sword. He's dead, but... yeah, this will be good. You know, depending on how seriously I'm taking this class change thing, I might even consider later on doing the top half of the Sea Shrine before class change, and doing the Le Fen walk before class change, and I think I might. Then again, having that kind of near endgame equipment would be a big advantage for that. Getting all that stuff is not useful. Everything that's in there is silver gear or gold. Let's not bother. Actually, is the giant sword up there? I guess I don't need it. Do I remember the way here? I'm doing this kind of on autopilot. I mean, I played this game all the freaking time in my childhood when I was, 9 and 10. I'm not positive how well I remember it. Ah, these guys pack up. You know what I didn't do is recruit my heal potions. I think it's going to be okay. This place is not nearly as dangerous. There's less, death everywhere. Less death. 20% less death. I think I'll literally just be able to walk down and smack the Fiend of Fire in the face. Lava's not all bad. Lava just gets a bad rap. I know there's a couple floors full of treasure, I just don't remember. I feel like I should have hit one by now. Oops, wrong way. I think I'm gonna wish I had a couple of potions. This is a lot of lava. Mars has a cure spell. Here's some treasure. That will never be useful. That may be useful. Soft potions will never be useful for me. Well, I guess they kind of will. But, I have that rule about not curing status conditions unless I'm in a town with a clinic. So, the soft spell, for example, is stupid. So is the cure spell. Since I would have to go to town and buy a potion to cure it anyway. I guess the soft potion could technically come into play, but only when I'm at a city anyway. Why did Mars do such crappy damage? His weapon is equipped, right? Did I do something dumb? No, we're all happy. I got that, right? I think up here, or somewhere around here, there's an ice sword. Ice swords are, for whatever reason, super duper useful. Yes. Can red wizards use flame sword? Nice. Cool. Well, hot. Wood's hit rate is so low because of his low level. But Mars is getting close to an upgrade. Maybe I should swap their weapons. By upgrade, I mean that 32 hit percentage threshold where he gets an extra hit. Yeah, we got it. He hit. By having 64 hit percentage, he's actually going to get an extra hit, and it will substantially affect his damage. Although it was invisible to us. Flame shield. That's for when I say something about, gun control. And in Canada, we don't have gun problems. Because we don't have a constitutional right to guns. Strange how those things are somehow correlated. I didn't get these already, did I? Ooh, 10 gold. Oops, that was a spiked square. I had no idea. I think there is another treasure room. I'm not going to bother with it. Really, the Ice Sword, Flame Shield, and Flame Armor are the hot ticket items here. Although, if they're close, we may as well, right? This square right there, actually, the Agama, is considered hot for grinding on. Oh, wooden staff. Super cool. Now, which one of these goes to the flame armor? It's either the left or the right. I think it's the left. Yeah. So I'm gonna fight a red dragon here. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no, that was foolish. Oh, dang. We might have a really bad fight with the Fiend of Fire here, momentarily. Oh shit. You know what's even stupider is I could have had my flame shield on and... Anyway. Well. This is it. My underleveled lonely fighter. I'm not going to walk through the lava because I have no more heals. This would be a very unlikely win. This would be a very, very unlikely win. Oh well. If I do another run at this, I'll get some heal potions and I'll win. It'll be great. Stupid me. I'm going to solve some problems now. I will never need another silver shield or another iron armor. And they don't have enough sell value for me to want to carry those until I get to my last few shops. Okay, here we go. Rapid potion buying. Can't believe I didn't do this. That volcano run was, first of all, everything I needed, and was kind of going well until pretty close to the end. So let's say I made errors, but I'm not. I made errors. I was gonna say, but I'm not incompetent. But maybe that's a bit of a leap that I can't ask other people watching this to make. And who's watching this? I don't know. But I am going to put it back up on YouTube. And it'll be a record of my voice. I've been sick a lot lately, off and on, through this year. And I was noticing over the last little while that I seem to have gotten a little bit sick every 3 weeks for a fairly long time. And a friend of mine, a high school friend of mine, had said not that long ago, well, for one thing, he was diagnosed with cancer not that long ago. And he's on the mend now. He had a few rounds of chemo, and supposedly he's in the clear, although they don't consider you clear until a certain amount of time has passed. Regardless, he said when he was diagnosed, the thing he went to the doctor about was, I'm getting sick a lot, what could be happening? And it turned out it was early stage lung cancer. A nice thing to find early. Anyway, getting sick a lot lately. Sometimes I think about how things could go so wrong. It's kind of like the ice cave. It can all go so wrong so quickly, as so many things can. And you don't know when to anticipate it. One time, what was happening? I must have been away for a night or something, and for some reason, my wife said a strange thing. She put on some old random YouTube video I had posted because she wanted to hear my voice, she said. I thought it was kind of sweet at the time. But now I kind of think anything I post to YouTube could be something like that. You know? And I think about I have 2 young kids and another one on the way. Kind of like, what if something terrible happened to me? Is this going to be the thing they watch to get to know me? I don't know. But as long as this is the real me, I guess that's good. I got a little bit morbid there, but hopefully someone finds it sweet or something. It's only fitting to be morbid when I'm playing this game. I've had a lot of death today, haven't I? Fictional RPG death, so that's not so bad. As opposed to real RPG death. Like that guy a few years ago who killed his parents because he wanted experience points. That was a news story. I don't know where. And I think it was a long time ago. It might have been in the early 2000s or something. I remember my mom was briefly afraid of my brother because of that. Or she acted like she was. That was a bit of a drama queen. This is a good room. Let's do the same thing we did last time. I'm going to equip the flame shield right away. So with the ice armor and flame shield equipped, wood has resistance to both fire and ice. Off the top of my head, I think I forget which one blocks what. Because in some of the games, the flame shield makes you resistant to flames. And in other games, it makes you resistant to ice. But you can kind of understand both ways. But having both on does cover you off from both. This is the power of having heal potions, ladies and gentlemen. Nice money. Alright. May as well stick to the lava since I have heal potions. You stay in the lava as much as possible. Similar to what I mentioned earlier in the ice cave. You don't get random battles when you walk in the lava. Oh yeah, I knew about that. Oh yeah, and this is that stupid wooden stuff. I'm not gonna get that. Stupid treasure room trolling me. Oh, Lukey died. Oh, that when I walked by wasn't the wooden staff. I got confused. That's pretty sucky. Oh well. We know it wasn't that important. Still want the flame armor. Which is borderline for completion's sake. But... So right at the edge of those inexplicable candles lit in a volcano. Who thought of that, by the way? There's always a fight with an agama. And then you come here and there's always a fight with a red dragon. Nice. And then when you walk out, there's always a fight with an agama again. There we go. Really good equips for tick and wood. One of whom is face down. This is a good place for experience, really. There are arguably better places to grind. Most people would say a great place to grind is against the eye in the ice cave. We're not safe enough to want to go there yet. And frankly, I don't know if we'll need more grinding. That Le Fenwalk is going to do it for us. Wood is level 15. He's high enough for what we're doing here. And, funny that this happened again. Okay. And he'll be just fine. He's such a tank, and we've got such good weapons now that this is just going to work out. Yeah, these guys are doing just fine. So I have 2 party members alive. One thing with this fiend named Kari, or Marilith, is that she is slightly weak against status effects. Let's try. Oh, that's sucky. What about this one? Ooh. Come on, Mars. Pull your weight. Mars attacking would probably be... That's funny. Mars attacking would probably be reasonably effective, but I kind of want to see these. Let's screw this. Get wood in better shape here. And, will slow 2 be any more effective? Let's go for mute again. I think we're going to pull out a win either way. And I feel like mute is supposed to work here. Not having the best luck with these. If you have the spell like hold works reasonably well here. Huh. Okay, I just look like a chump now. Six hits. See, if I had afflicted her with slow, it would have been 1 hit, and we would have taken quite a bit less damage. Oh well. It is done. We are fine. Nothing here. It's supposed to say the Altar of Fire. Is it here? No. Okay. Just nothing. Alright, we beat 2 of the fiends. That's pretty cool. I'm going to move Dez's rule to the bottom when I'm done, because it's no longer relevant. I'm supposed to have different people dead against each fiend. That means for the next fiend, I need to have either Mars or Lukey dead. What should I pick? Hard to decide. Probably Mars. Why didn't I revive someone? My Lukey, who I'm trying to make a super character, and it's just not working. How's my money now? I think I should go and buy some really good armor. I don't want to make a stupid decision, though. And if I want to do the sea shrine before the class shrine... You know what? I should do the Castle of Ordeals next. Partly due to just the nature of the difficulty curve of the game. But also because it doesn't mean I have to class change. It's a good place to grab a couple real goodies. So... let's go for it. But you know, maybe I should be done for now. Look, I'll park my tent next to Castle of Ordeals, and that'll be where I stop for today. Can't run, so I have to let guys like these waste my time. Thank you so much, Hierophant 2. I should be demanding that Hierophant 2 watches every single one of these sessions or recordings, because he's used a certain portion of my life. Same with Goatfit, same with all you fuckers. I've been a little more rude today than I have been in the past. Okay, there's a forest there I have to walk through twice. Huh. Okay. I did something foolish. I didn't talk for a couple minutes. It's one thing that's kind of weird to do on this stream. I didn't restock my heal potions yet again. So, in the effort to avoid that, I'm using houses. Or whatever real estate I have. This is... Oh, and now I have to do this because of a dumb bug. Okay. So this is the position I'm in. I got these three alive. Trying to gain as many levels with Luki before class change as possible. Gonna get my first couple usable magic items in the Castle of Ordeals. Got some very nice equipment, in my opinion. I think this is gonna go well. But I am gonna be done for tonight. Ice Cave was fun. That went well. Thank you.